I freaking love superheroes. From being a kid and catching Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes on Disney XD, to watching the first Iron Man and the first time Christian Bale became the goddamn Batman, I have been in love with that cape nonsense. Hell, I was the guy who enjoyed watching Arrow, and All Might is unironically in my top 5 favorite superhero list, so I'm a big superhero stan. I love superheroes so much that this isn't my first recommendations video. The first one I did is linked in the description below, right above the link to my book Phantom Drake. Now, if you love high fantasy and high octane shonen style fight scenes, then my book is the one for you. You will find it in the link below in the description, the link in the description below, and you can check it out. And I would very much appreciate to hear your feedback. It really soothes the cold chunk of ice that is my soul. Now, welcome to Red Chaos's top recommendations for your best web novel recommendations. Put on your cape, assemble your Avengers, and let's have some fun. At number 5, we start with The Perfect Run by Maximum J. Durand, aka Void Herald, from Royal Road. And the synopsis is as follows. Ryan Quicksave Romano is an eccentric adventurer with a strange power. He can create a save point in time and redo his life whenever he dies. Arriving in New Rome, the glitzy capital of sin of a rebuilding Europe, he finds the city torn between mega corporations, sponsored heroes, superpowered criminals, and true monsters. It's a time of chaos, where potions can grant the power to rule the world, and dangers lurk everywhere. Ryan only sees different routes, and from hero to villain, he has to try them all. Only then will he achieve his perfect ending, no matter how many loops it takes. So yeah, the synopsis took you. If you're interested in that, the mega corporations, that kind of stuff, and the whole save point, go back in time, have to see how you can redo a certain path in a story, your re-zero stuff, you're gonna probably enjoy this one. This story is for you. And if you are that interested in it, all you just gotta do is go down to my description and you'll find a link to this story and a link to all the stories that I'm gonna mention here. So yeah, if you are interested, you can do that. Now let's go to our number 4. For our number 4, we move over to Webnovel.com with Superhero Gets a Grandpa System by Straight Thought. And this synopsis is as follows. It's not so easy to make it as a superhero these days. In the golden age of heroes, it didn't matter what kind of ability you had. If you had an ability, dressed up in bright colors, and came up with a crazy name, you had made it. You were a hero. The world isn't so simple anymore. Kane is finding life as a teenage superhero to be worse than a pimple on prom night. Eliminated from his team and forced into a normal class, Kyle's F-class powers have doomed him to harassment and mediocrity. Then one day he gets a cranky message from his system. I am your system. Congratulations, blah blah blah. Is this Kyle's chance or just another way to be humiliated? So, there's our number 4. You're interested in that mix of genre stuff, systems, and your superhero stories? You got one here. And like I said before, link can be found in the description below to this story. Number 3, we go to Royal Road with Mage Among Its Superheroes by Holisty. And from its name you can tell that this is a fun fantasy meets superhero genre mashup. So like our previous number 4, but I'm gonna heavily recommend it 3 over 4. But you can check 4 out as well. Just because one is over the other doesn't mean the amount of enjoyment that I derive from it won't be the same as the one that you will derive from it. So maybe you could enjoy number 5 more than you could enjoy number 1. I'm just saying, I'd advise that you check all these books out. So, like I said, number 3, Mage Among Superheroes. Our synopsis is as follows. Trullo is a mage. He also happens to be an orc, generally lauded as being less intelligent than humans, and was unfortunately born with the curse of the barbarian, meaning that he can't level up except through combat, which greatly hinders his ability to show that he can be a proper mage. In a world with necromancers, dragons, invading armies, and all sorts of other monsters, he would still be able to advance quickly. But unfortunately, that world is not his world. An unprecedented peace reigns across the land. In the last several decades, there's been little use for people capable of fighting, and thus little reasons for people to fight him. So when he sees a portal in his master's study, he takes it, hoping to find a horde of demons or something equally foolish to combat at low level. But instead, he ends up in a strange city full of skyscrapers, people running around in in colorful outfits, superheroes, and of course, supervillains as well. What danger and opportunity will await him in such a strange and unfamiliar world? Only time will tell. So, yes, for all you orc fans out there, you get an orc as your main character. And you just get to see fantasy meets superhero, like high fantasy stuff meets superhero stuff. That's just a fun, interesting concept that anyone can enjoy. But if you're not yet satisfied, we can go to our number two. Our number two takes us back to Webnovel.com and is entitled A Deal with the Devil by Eros. Magic is real. 18 years ago, magic was unleashed into the world, and when it did, all the people in it changed. Some mutated into crossbreeds or monsters, others gained superpowers, while others could summon demons from another realm. Everyone was affected by the magic. Even some electronics have gained consciousness and obtained some abilities. It's everywhere and everyone. Everybody except Lucas. Now shunned, Lucas just wanted to be liked, to have any type of magic so he could fit in. What would you do to be liked, to gain powers? Would you make a deal with the devil? Yep, I'm sure that's where this is going, but you have to check out the story to find out. A Deal with the Devil by Eros on Webnovel.com. And this is for you guys who enjoy your usual underdog, Black Clover type stories, your Naruto's, and the underdog story, but still, there's still some fun superhero stuff in there, so I'd heavily recommend it. And now, without further ado, with all the anticipation in the world, let's go to our number one web novel superhero recommendation video story. Just kidding. Fumbled my words there. And finally, our number one recommended superhero story is The Legion of Nothing by Zadaway from Royal Road. Nick Klein is your average high school geek. If you could still count as average when your grandfather is a retired superhero and you've been trained in the martial arts by his friend, a mysterious immortal mercenary. After his grandfather dies, Nick inherits the last version of the rocket suit, powered armor that allows him to shrug off bullets, smash through walls, and manipulate sound. Along with it comes the base of his grandfather's superhero team, including the team's jet and trophies from 40 years of fighting criminals and aliens. Together, Nick and his friends, descendants of his grandfather's team, attempt to bring back a superhero team that was originally formed during World War II. Along the way, they'll face the normal problems of high school, bullies, homework, and dating, and the less normal problems like supervillains and mysterious leftovers from their grandparents' past. So that is our number one recommended story, Legion of Nothing. Like I mentioned before, if you are interested in these stories, you just gotta go to the description and in the link, the description, and you will find all these stories linked, and I will indicate which one sends you where. So, if you've reached this far, thanks for watching the video. I heavily appreciate it. I know a lot of people are still waiting for the BTS stuff. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's gonna take a while, so I just thought, maybe I might squeeze in just a little something to show you guys that I'm back. I'm serious about this. I'm going to continue. And thank you for watching the video. If you liked the idea of any book, like I mentioned before, you can check the link in the description below. You can also check my book, which has been linked below, and you can also find the link to my previous recommendation video for superhero web novels if you want to see more superhero web novel stuff. So yeah, this has been Red Chaos 1. Thank you for watching my video, and I am signing off.